Welcome to Athar's Garage. In this video, I'll be working on the Yokomo RD 1.0, step 12, or the steering block installation. So let's get started. So for the steering block installation, it says the parts are going to be in bag 8. So I have bag 8 with me. Also, it looks like some parts, the wheel, it says wheel hub, even though it's the hex that most people call it, is in bag 1. So let's get those out. All right, so we're gonna need the front axles. We're also going to need the front steering blocks, which is gonna be this piece here and this piece here. So let's get this off the parts tree. All right, we're also gonna need 2 M3x15 set screws. The set screws are gonna be in the hardware bag, so take note of that. We're also gonna need 2 M4 nylon nuts, along with 2 5x10x4 bearings, which are the smaller ones. We're gonna need 4 of those. And we're gonna need, looks like 6 ball studs. And they're the short studs, so make sure you get the short ones. The longer ones are gonna be used in the next step. We're also gonna need the wheel hub pins, so make sure to grab 2 of those. So now that we have everything, we can set the other items aside that came out of bag 8 for the next step. All right, the wheel hubs are directional, so take note of that. It looks like in the manual, we're gonna be assembling the left-hand side first. So this is the left-hand side steering block. So it's offset at the bottom here, whereas if you look at this one and you hold it that way, it's not going to be offset at the bottom, it's going to be moved up. So this is the right side. All right, so pay close attention. We're going to install the M3x15 set screw in this hole right here. And it shows a length that it needs to be extended out. It doesn't give an actual dimension on it, but it looks like you might just screw this in until it's flush with the top, and then you can measure it up. And I'll show you that in the manual. Right here in the manual, it shows how far out it needs to be. So just take note of that. That looks about good, so we'll move on and we can probably screw it in more if we need to. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to install a ball stud in this hole from the top, and then in this hole right here. So let's go ahead and install those, and then I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so it's gonna look like that. So that's the left-hand steering block. So notice that this ball stud is on the opposite side of the set screw. I think the set screw is going to be used as like a steering stop. So now we can install our bearings. And then we're going to install the axle And the axle is going to install from this direction here. And let's get the what they call the wheel hub off the parts tree. It's going to be this item here. There's two different sizes. There's a thick and a thin, and it's telling us to use the thick one. So make sure you use the thick one. So now we can install the wheel hub pin and the axle in that hole right there. And then we can push on the wheel hub, and hopefully that'll snap onto that pin. Yep, snaps right on. So now we can just kind of thread on the M4 nylon nut. I'm just going to leave it loose because that's the wheel nut. So that's the left hand side. Let's go ahead and do the right hand side. It's just going to be a mirror of that. All right, so this is our right steering block, and this is our left steering block. So now we can attach these onto the chassis. So grab our chassis. And so the two ball studs are going to be facing up. And take note on how the ball cups are going to install onto the ball studs. It shows that the offset of the ball cup, the side that is offset, will face the ball stud both on the bottom and on the top for the control, for the suspension arms, but not for the steering link. Right, turnbuckles move nice and free. Suspension moves nice and free. That's exactly what we want. So that's it for step 12, the steering block installation. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Let me know down in the comments if you had any issues, and I'll do my best to help you out if I can. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be step 13, and probably step 13, 14, and 15, which will be the rear hub carrier assembly and installation, along with the rear suspension arm installation. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.